Lovely stuff. Peter Drury, Lee Dixon, thank you very much. Right, one of the 8 major trophies that Gary Cahill won was the Premier League trophy under Antonio Conte, who is struggling a little bit more at Tottenham than he did at Chelsea. How surprised are you with what's happening at Spurs, Gary?
A little bit surprised, but I do really think that it'll take time. I certainly think he's a man for the job. I said that when he got the job, and it'll take time. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised how they're struggling of late. I thought it would have been a quicker process. But he's a very, very good manager.
So tell us more about the personality. I get the impression from the outside looking in, he's one of those managers that if you're with him and you're behind him and you're on his team, you will run through a brick wall for him. Am I right?
You will. He's very, as a person, very intense. You see how he is on the side of the pitch. Very animated. He's like that on the training ground as well. He expects a lot. He demands a lot. I think it's probably the fittest I've been playing under him. The sessions are very intense, like I say. But he wears his heart on his sleeve. And he demands a lot of the players and also demands a lot of the club to get success. And ultimately, he has had success in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've only scored 1 goal in the first half of the last 14 games in all competitions, yet 27 of the 37 goals in the Premier League have come in the second half. So it seems to me, Gary, like the tactic seems like, let's keep it really tight for the first half and then we'll open up in the second. Was that the same under you? Is that Antonio Conte's way of trying to win games?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure if that's a personnel thing and why that's playing out the way it is. I think at Chelsea, we was very much expected to be on the front foot, certainly at home. Against the big teams, maybe slightly different depending on what we needed to get out of the game. But he wanted the wing-backs to push on. He wanted me as a centre-back or whoever's playing centre-back to be aggressive, to mark in front, one behind. So we just leave 2 against 1. So that's probably, again, another thing that's slightly strange when you see the Tottenham team of late. We'll see how it goes today.
Yeah, but the form's been a bit up and down. 5 losses in the last 9 Premier League games. Does he have the ability, Rebecca and Robbie both talked about, they sit deep, they defend, they try and hit on the counter. That seems to always be the game plan unless they go behind, which they have. Does Antonio Conte, in your experience, have the ability to change his team around and be a front foot team like your Chelsea teams were?
I think he does, and the experience that I had with him was that. So that's why I say it's very strange to see the way that the Tottenham team are going about things of late. Like I said, maybe has he got confidence fully in the personnel? I'm not sure. Only he can answer that question. But he certainly... Yeah, he can certainly change things for sure.
Gary, just thinking about the front players and stuff, and Heung-min Son, who had such a great season last year, struggling, doesn't look particularly happy playing on that left-hand side in this season. Can you give us an insight out to the manager, how he deals with players aren't having their best moment?
I think he's very approachable. He will certainly be... He's a manager who will bring you in the office, discuss things, see if you can work things out. I think... In terms of the attacking players, the formation and the style and the system that he plays, sometimes he's rigid in them forward areas. He wants people to stay in their positions. And I think, for example, Eden Hazard at Chelsea would prefer to roam and try and find them pockets of space where he can influence the game. But then you'd have other players that really flourish because they know their exact roles. In terms of Son, you know, cream rises at the top. He's an outstanding player, a really top player, and I think the only way to find your form is that he sticks with him and keeps playing him. He's starting tonight, which is good. I think when I was ever struggling for form, the worst thing you could do is pull you out of the team. I think you'd all agree. So to play him, to let him ride it through, ultimately he'll come out and he'll find his form again.
I know it was different at Chelsea, you said it earlier, but do you see that the front players, the 4 players, could get frustrated with the way that he plays?
Slightly, but I think... results will turn that. Obviously, when you've got results, everything seems rosy, doesn't it? When you haven't got results, everyone's kind of looking around as if to say, what's wrong here? I think ultimately, as players, you need to just roll your sleeves up, work hard. You look at the success he's had in the past with different teams in different countries. You have to stick with him because, like I said before, at the top of the show, he's a top manager.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.